What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I want to talk about something which I feel is one of the most important things about Black Ops 7, and that is carry forward. Today we're going to go over all the information that we know about it, what will potentially carry forward and what won't, and what to expect from that. So if you do find the video informative or helpful at any point, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, I did post a video yesterday going over everything you need to know for Black Ops 7 pre-order. So if you plan on purchasing the game or you're at least interested in knowing what it has to offer, I highly recommend you check out the link in the description after this video. But let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing is this next upcoming week has a lot of news and information coming in, primarily for Black Ops 7. For example, we do have a new COD pod which is going to be releasing. They did confirm that they were taking questions in. It looks like the post has gone away because it was like an Instagram story and it pretty much expired, but it looks like that is scheduled for sometime this next upcoming week. I'm gonna guess probably Monday or Tuesday. We know that also towards the end of that same week, pre-orders and a full multiplayer reveal is going to be shown, or at least gameplay for Black Ops 7. So there's a lot to look forward to this week. Now we're hoping within that COD pod in itself, they're going to give us more information and intel, maybe share a couple more images. And they usually do that. They will share what is coming in or a surprise or some sort of intel for those who pretty much watch the entire thing. So that's what I'm going to cover for you guys when they end up posting that, but that's what to look forward to. Now, alongside that, Call of Duty did post showcasing some new images for Black Ops 7. So they said here, fresh lock screens just dropped. Take Black Ops 6 trailer to go and get your new screens down below. So there's a total of 4 of them. I'm going to have them linked down in the description if you do want to download them for yourself. Quick word from our sponsor, Mitch Cactus. It's a store that can get you the most exclusive operators, help you unlock the Black Ops 6 Mastery camos such as Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula. And if you want to hit Master Prestige even faster, they can also help you out with that. They don't use unlock tools or mods, so you know it's 100% legitimate, and they have over 10,000 verified reviews on Trustpilot. You can use code TRIDZO for a 5% discount. The link will be down in the description. But the very first one here, it just shows a clip from the trailer. So you have David Mason, and then you also have the butterfly. It looks like that signifies something in regards to Black Ops 7. So it's going to play an important role, I guess. And then the next one, you have Mason in the numbers room, which is more of like a full-on image that you see from the very top to the very bottom. So a more detailed look at that. And then the next photo that we have here, yet again, the butterfly, but this time on someone's hand. And then the last one is a full look at Menendez, what Menendez is going to look like here in Black Ops 7. Now, and it does also look like there's a completely different actor for him, and also the voice acting as well was a little bit different from the trailer that we ended up getting. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you guys. If you want to download them, I'll have it linked down in the description. Now, what I really want to talk about here is, as we've previously seen, the leaks so far have been pretty accurate compared to what Call of Duty has revealed so far versus what was revealed months and months ago. Now, just to give you a refresher on what they spoke about, so a playtester who apparently got to actually see and play Black Ops 7 early, this is what he said. The story will focus on 2035, which it actually ended up coming true, and they confirmed that it is taking place 10 years after BO2. And then they said, we'll follow up the Black Ops 2 story, and the story will involve Woods and Mason. So that last part we don't have any confirmations on just yet. But then it says the story mode will allow for up to 4-player co-op. Now, this is something very interesting because Call of Duty did officially confirm this, at least within the blog. They said that there is going to be a new co-op experience with the campaign, pretty much confirming his second point as well. So it looks like whoever this person is, they may have been telling the truth in this case. Now, alongside this, towards the very bottom of what he spoke about here, he said they plan for everything to have a progression level system, including grenades, kill streaks, as well as perks. Pretty standard for Call of Duty to do stuff like that. I mean, we ended up seeing that multiple different times in the past already, so that's not necessarily surprising news. But what's interesting here, he says plans for multiplayer progression to carry over from Black Ops 6. So basically, he's telling us here that carry forward is going to be a thing for Black Ops 7. Now, that does make sense considering the pattern that we had from MW2 to MW3, which was 2 years of Modern Warfare. They did allow carry forward, and you were able to bring in all your cosmetics and bundles and things like that. And then it looks like it's the same sort of thing here with 2 Treyarch titles under the Call of Duty HQ umbrella, and it seems like it would just make the most amount of sense, right? If they're pretty much going to end up reusing a lot of the items, for example, Omni Movement being available within this, and that's gonna mean so similar movement, similar capabilities. Probably a lot of the UI and like menus and things like that aren't gonna change. I'm thinking maybe like the battle pass, the way that it progresses to now we have pages instead of how we used to have different tiers and like a tree system. They're probably gonna follow that same pattern and continue it forward with Black Ops 7. Now let's talk about what could carry forward and then what won't. So first and foremost is Call of Duty has not officially confirmed anything, but it seems at this point, because the leaks have been so spot on accurate, that I think carry forward just makes sense to bring in, and I feel like there would be a lot of disappointment if they did it with MW2 and MW3 and then don't do it this time around, and that could cause a lot of backlash. So that's one of the reasons why I believe it's going to come in, even though Call of Duty hasn't officially confirmed it, is as we've seen in the past, your stats are not going to carry forward. So your win-loss, your KD ratio, how many wins, and all of that stuff that typically, a lot of players do care about, that's all going to be wiped out and fully reset. It happens every single COD, it happens every single big Warzone yearly update. The second thing is, speaking of Warzone, everything Warzone related is not going to carry forward until Season 1. So official launch, which is like that first month or maybe like month and a half, don't expect any progression between that game and then Warzone. So you're going to keep your Warzone levels until we get into Season 1, and then it's all going to reset and then go back to level 1, and you get to start all over with the new progression system that they have in Black Ops 7. The next thing that won't carry forward is going to be the stuff that isn't available in Black Ops 7. For example, say you have access to vehicle skins in Black Ops 6, but Black Ops 7 comes around and those vehicles aren't in the game. They're not going to carry forward those vehicle skins because you're just not going to be able to use them. Another example is, say there's a lethal or tactical, for example, just a frag grenade. Even though frag grenade is in every game, just take it for an example. Say you have a weapon skin for a frag grenade, but for some reason in BO7 they don't have that. You're not going to be able to use it because it's just not available in the game. So these are the things that just never carry into the next Call of Duty, even when carry forward has been available. Now let's talk about what you're actually going to be able to bring with you. So first off, operators. Every single operator that's currently available in the game right now, you're usually able to bring in alongside with you. So even the crossovers, the limited time skins, even though they're never going to come back to the store, say in Black Ops 7, you're still going to have access to them and play with them if you've purchased them in the past before. So for example, the Terminator bundle, if you ended up getting it before it permanently left the store, you're going to have access to it in Black Ops 7 as well. And then there's also the weapons that are going to carry forward. So for example, the LC-10 or the FFAR, any weapon that you've unlocked in Black Ops 6 will be usable and accessible in Black Ops 7 multiplayer, as we've seen in the past with Modern Warfare 3. And then say for the ones that you didn't unlock during Black Ops 6, there's going to be some new challenges that you can do in BO7 to unlock them that way. And then also, once again, because the weapons carry forward, you also have access to the camos, the masteries. You're able to still complete those mastery camo challenges in BO7. If, say, for example, you never got around to play BO6 or you just never tried out the game in the first place, you can use the BO6 weapons and do those camo challenges and then also carry forward the camos. And alongside all of this here, there was also leaks that Black Ops 6 zombies would carry forward. So the actual maps that we have access to currently at the moment right now, say for example you decided you didn't want to purchase BO6 but you ended up purchasing BO7, it seems like those maps are going to carry forward, so you will have access to the BO6 zombies experience in Black Ops 7, which I think is a very big W, because on top of whatever new maps they're going to bring into that game, you will also continuously have access to the older ones. So it looks like that's some really good news for zombies. And then they also mentioned that augments were going to be available in BO7 as well, but I'm not entirely sure if progression will carry forward, because at the same time that has to do with like XP and your levels, and that's typically things that don't carry forward to another game. So I'm wondering what they're going to do about the augments. And then gobblegums, more than likely those are going to also carry forward as well. So whatever gobblegums you don't end up using in Black Ops 6, you should have access to and be able to use in Black Ops 7. And then alongside that, we also have XP tokens, which are pretty much in the same boat and category. Those typically do carry forward into the Warzone, and even if carry forward wasn't a thing, you were able to use those XP tokens in Warzone and then come back to multiplayer and use them. And then there was like a bug during Black Ops 6 where it allowed you you to use all your XP tokens from MW3. They ended up disabling it, and then after a lot of negative feedback, they actually restored it and brought it back because that's what everyone wanted to see. So that's also something that will be available. Now, the last thing that I want to say is, although multiplayer and all of that has not been revealed yet as I'm recording this video, I personally think as soon as they give us more marketing and more intel for Black Ops 7, this is going to be one of the first things that they will announce, because think about it. If they announce that Carry Forward is going to be available and we're in season 4, then that's going to sort of encourage players to purchase a lot more bundles and not be scared to spend their COD points, because they're not going to think, hey, I'm just going to save my COD points for Black Ops 7 because they're probably going to take away all my operators anyway. So if they confirm and announce Carry Forward, then people will be stress-free and spend a little bit more. So I personally think it's going to be on their to-do list at the very top and a priority for them to actually confirm Carry Forward very soon. So once we get more information and intel on that, I'm definitely going to have a follow-up video, and they're probably going to give us more details, because just because some things carried forward and some things didn't in MW3 doesn't mean that the whole carry forward system is going to work in the same exact way. They may have separate plans and they may do it in a completely different way and follow a different route. But I'll keep you guys updated regardless. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. Do you want to see Carry Forward in Black Ops 7, or would you prefer that they wipe everything clean and then you start fresh and all over again? But that is all they got for you guys in this video. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.